4 measures will help curb off teenage pregnancy in the community. Being married, pregnant, and having a child are life events. For young adolescent girls aged between 10 to 19 years old, going through these events means facing harsh societal judgment and difficult choices that have a long life impact. This could mean dropping out of school, being chased away from home by parents, contracting HIV/AIDS, infections such as STIs, being stigmatized by friends and families, an increase in vulnerability to violence and domestic abuse, high level of poverty and domestic hardships which in the end will cost lives. Child marriage violates the basic rights of girls and boys and the realization of the socio-economic transformation of communities. It marks the beginning of frequent and unprotected sexual intercourse, leading to a greater risk of sexually transmitted infections, including HIV. Married young women had 50% higher rates of HIV prevalence compared to unmarried sexually active girls. That's according to UNAIDS 2021 report. Evidence suggests that it is also closely associated with intimate partner violence between married couple, maternal and child mortality, intergenerational poverty, and the disempowerment of married girls. The current teenage pregnancy rate in Uganda at 25% is the highest in East Africa, and in the last article, I published what teenage pregnancy is and some factors that contribute to teenage pregnancy in the community. We cannot scrap off teenage pregnancy totally in the community, but we can implement some measures to reduce the prevalence of teenage pregnancy among girls in the community. And so these are the 4 measures that will help when implemented, will help in scrubbing teenage pregnancy. Provide sex education to young adolescents. Sex education for teens is a key responsibility for us, the parents and the teachers in school. Sometimes parents feel awkward in educating girls, telling boys that when you have early sex, you'll get pregnant, you'll get STIs, you'll get AIDS. But it is the responsibility of parents to pull their teens down, and talk to them about teenage pregnancy before them discovering from movies, magazines, newspapers, and websites. Because when they get this information from other sources, they'll know, why didn't my parents tell me this? So it is the responsibility of you, the parents out there, and teachers, to make sure that you have time with your children and talk to them about teenage pregnancy, early sex, okay? They will know that when I have unprotected sex, chances are I'll get pregnant, I'll get infections, I'll get AIDS, I'll get syphilis, all those infections, name it. And you tell them it's always important when they protect themselves once they engage in unprotected sex. So it is also key that normally when kids, or mostly girls, reach their puberty, like for example menstruation period, sometimes they fear disclosing. But once you had a relationship with your daughter or your son and involve them in this sex talk, they'll easily open up when the time is right, when the time has come. They say, Mommy, Daddy, I think I'm seeing my blood, what can I do? So it's the responsibility of you parents to educate your children against teenage pregnancy by involving yourself, talking about sex, educate them about sex. The second measure is increase the use of contraceptive among teenage girls. Nowadays, girls are getting pregnant at as early as 10 years old. The last article I published was about 12 years and a mother. Imagine 12 years and you're a mother. What do you know how to do? Do you know how to differentiate wrong and right? Do you know how to take care of a baby? You're another baby carrying another baby. So it's our responsibility to make sure that We create awareness, okay? We make these contraceptive methods available to kids out, to young girls out there, so that if they cannot protect themselves, if they're so loose to abstain from sex, they can use condom, they can use hormone family planning, they can use pills, so that they're able to protect themselves against teenage pregnancy. Remember, when you get pregnant when you're still young, sometimes it is just a life-changing thing that you will never wake up from it. But once you're empowered, you get up from it very fast. So make the contraceptive materials available to kids so that they're able to access it and use it. This is another measure that will help us end teenage pregnancy in the community. Prevent child marriage among teenage girls. In Uganda, according to the Demographic and Health Survey, 43% of women married aged between 25 and 49 married when they were not even 18 years. So if we empower our young girls, if we empower the male to stay in school and stay focused, we shall prevent child marriage. Once a kid marries at a tender age, one, pregnancy, domestic violence, poverty, they're not empowered. So you find that just there, that they cannot decide, they cannot even know what contraceptive to use, how can I use it. So prevent child marriage by, one, encouraging your children, boys and girls, to stay in school and stay focused. Then use forced sex among girls. In order to reduce forced sex among girls, it is of essence to empower girls in the community by offering them support and protection. Once a girl has support and protection, trust me, they will not allow forced sex. They will have sex based on individual acceptance. Girls can be anything. They can be presidents, they can be CEOs, they can be managers. So allow your kids, allow your girl child, allow your sisters, your cousins to be empowered so that they do not fall for forced sex, maybe because of societal norms. No, once you empower a young girl, you have cut off those societal norms and barriers that will make them go into forced sex. No girl should lose her education, her dreams, or her life because of unintended pregnancy. And when a woman does decide to become pregnant, she should have the care she needs to be safe and healthy. My name is Margaret, and these are the episodes of my pregnancy articles. I'll keep on educating, sharing materials about teenage pregnancy and sexually reproductive health, so that you are aware of, you share, comment, like, give feedback, read through, so that we have a society where girls are empowered to make right decisions before conceiving, before being pregnant. The second article of teenage pregnancy, and I'll be sharing with you the videos of it, the write-up there, so that you can read, share, and